So to someone watching this video from home, and to someone watching this video from their house, and they're watching and they're saying, okay, so Rabbi, I'm listening to this podcast and Jonathan, but I'm not a serious Torah learner. I'm in business, and I have a wife, and I have a family, and I wake up early, and I go to sleep, like this is my life. What can I do? Or even a girl watching, what can they do? And they're not learning 8 hours a day. What can they do to contribute, to make the world a better place, to make their life happier, to live with Hashem, to have simcha?
Regardless who the person is, businessman, whatever he does, first he has to know that without being connected to Torah daily, you cannot be happy and you cannot achieve success in your personal life.
What does that mean, learning or living it?
Learning. Remember, Yetzer Hara, it's an infection, it's a spiritual infection in the heart of every one of us. If we don't treat it with the right antibiotic, it will only grow the infection with the ears. The infection with the ears, if we don't treat the infection, the spiritual infection that we have with the right antibiotic, it's only going to grow with the years.
Does praying help, or talking to Hashem?
Yeah, praying is also very good.
Helps.
The Gemara says, "Halvai ve'adam yitpalel kol hayom." If he doesn't learn, at least let him pray all day. Well, it's good. It's connected to Hashem. Two things connects us to Hashem. One is learning Torah, and two is reading Tehillim, praying. Either way, you're in a conversation with Hashem here.
And what if someone says they feel no connection when they pray or learn?
If they don't have connection, that means because of their sin, they have so much tum'ah around their neshama, so the light of the Torah does not penetrate.
So what do you do?
So first you have to clean all the cancer, spiritual cancer from the neshama. You gotta get rid of social media, gotta get rid of all the goyish stuff that they watch, all the terrible movies, on lack of modesty, watching the rise on the street. There's so many things to fix. I have a whole series about this. It's called Ways of Hashem by the Ramchal. We made it here, right here. People should listen to it, the connection of the soul to Hashem and what prevents the divine light from reflecting on the soul.
What is it called?
Ways of Hashem, Derech Hashem. It's a very famous book of the Ramchal. It's a life-changing series. People that would listen to it will get more than the answer to your question. It's not a simple answer. So it's everywhere. It's on my app. It's on YouTube. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. And what if is depression a sickness of the mind or the soul?
Depression, when a person becomes depressed, that means he has constant sadness, loneliness, sadness, no desire to do anything. What brings a person to such level? It begins with no emunah in Hashem, no connection to Hashem, no connection to Torah, because it's very hard to be depressed when your mind is deep in Torah. Torah, Pikudei Hashem yesharim mesamchei lev. The Torah makes the heart happy. Hashem testify it. Ta'amu ki tov Hashem. Taste and see how wonderful is God. That's the opposite of depression. Some people are depressed either is because they thought that they're going to have a lot of money, it will make them happy, and they saw that the money didn't make them happy, and their life is empty, and things don't work their way. And at one point, they have major disappointment from everything in their life, and they sink into depression, especially if they lose money, and the business doesn't do so good, and all kinds of other issues.
Hashem made it this way, or it's their fault?
It's their fault, 100%.
Why?
Which is like everything in life. If you eat something not healthy, your body will become sick.
No, it's their fault because...
If you don't feed your soul the proper food, which is Torah and holiness, you're going to become spiritually sick.
So if you learn Torah, the business will become better and everything else?
First of all, yes.
This is Hashem's wake-up call, no?
First of all, yes. If you learn a lot of Torah, you have more success in your private life, include the business. Because why would Hashem not give you if He's happy from the way you live? If your priority is Torah and Tefillah and Yirat Shamayim and fixing your midot, what incentive Hashem has to take away your money? When Hashem takes money from someone, it's because He wants to bring him closer to Him. And the only way to bring him closer is to give him a smack.
I think you should say that again.
Do you understand?
Say it again.
So I'm saying the only time Hashem takes money from a person besides when he gives them punishment for stealing or collecting interest from other Jews, besides those cases that it's a punishment, if a person is not searching for Hashem and is good and it's comfortable, all he looks to enjoy their life, physical world, and doesn't care about spirituality, what happened? Hashem sends the government on him, or Hashem makes him lose a lot of money in the market, or something happened to him, and then all of a sudden he remembers there is a God, and he has more time for him, and he begins to cry. And many people that became religious, you can listen to their personal story, what changed their entire life is the crush that they got that moment. You know, in Israel you have this famous singer, Kobe Peretz. He was on top of the pyramid. They just published today an interview with him. I actually spoke to him today on the phone about that interview. And he said he was on top of the world, making tons of money, the #1 singer in Israel, filling up the stadiums. And he said today in the interview, he took his shoes, he hung them, the stadium is in a basketball place. He hung them in the locker room, and he said, I achieve everything, I'm in charge, I'm this, I'm that. He was bragging about himself. That moment, everything in his life turned around. The government came after him, took away all his money, froze his assets, sent him to jail for a few years.
Wow.
And what is he today? Attached to Hashem. He's much more religious, he's more Shomer Shabbat. Every other word from his mouth is Baruch Hashem.
So it was a good thing.
Obviously, it changed his entire life.
Vaccine.
Imagine if it didn't happen to him, he would live here, enjoy X amount of years, and then go express to hell. And believe me, in hell, it's not a picnic there. People suffer more than you can ever imagine. It's not a joke.
So